What's up everyone, it's Joe from Team Dark Magic Attack here, here with a discussion video. I know I'm a bit late on this. This was announced a couple months ago. I've just been busy with work and kids and stuff like that. But I just want to make a discussion video on like my thoughts on like what could possibly be in the structure deck of this Dark Magician deck that was announced. So for those of you who don't know, CG announced a Dark Magician and a Blue Eye structure deck. It's supposed to come out, I think, in November. Not 100% sure on the time, but I believe it is. I'm gonna plug this in right here. I apologize. But yeah, I think it's November, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just gonna go over like this deck list, what I think's going to be in there. This is just based off me being a Dark Magician player for how many years. This is not set in stone. This is just my opinion. I'll try to give like some reasonings why I think some of these will be in here. Most of these are just going to be filler because that's how Konami is. It's like when Trap Tricks came out, they added a bunch of what was like the Phantom Knight stuff or whatever. But I mean, I guess that kind of worked with the deck somewhat, but they always added like a bunch of filler cards. So anyway, without further ado, one Dark Magician. They're just gonna toss one Dark Magician in here. He's kind of like the heart and soul of the deck with the combos and stuff like that. You need him to do half of the other things to get draws off souls or to summon or to get from Apprentice, all that stuff. They're going to toss in one Dark Magician Girl just because, like I said, in this particular build I have here, it's going to have like all the Dark Magician Girl kind of support as well. So, toss in Rod. He's the best normal summon of the deck. I honestly wish he would get a rarity upgrade. He came out in 2016 with the Dark Illusion, if I'm not mistaken. I think like most of these cards, Rod, Rogue, Apprentice. I think they all came out the Dark Illusion. Yeah, I think that was 2005 or 2015, 2016. But anyway, I think he's only had like a super rare, and then commons. But he's your main search over the deck. You summon him, you get a spell or trap that mentions Dark Magician. So definitely going to be one of them. She's been reprinted a decent amount of times by now, so don't worry, just have her as like a common or something, maybe a super. Oh, she was a super. Or don't worry, just have her as like a common or something. But you discard one card, special summon her, then you get a Dark Magician, and then she's basically an honest if you have a spellcaster attacking. You can discard her or send her from the field, and they gain like 2,000 attack and defense during damage calculation. So like, she's honestly good. I run one of her in my deck personally, but sometimes I take her out for something else. One Timaeus, the United Dragon. This is just like your alternative fusion. We have secrets, and then you have your Eye of Timaeus. We'll get into that later, but he's not bad. He's pretty easy to get out. You just send a spellcaster monster on the field or hand, or spell or trap that mentions Dark Magician. So like you can get out your Salvation, get your Eternal Soul, and then use your Salvation and just toss him on there. But he's basically just a walking poly as well. So Magic Rebo, they could toss him in here. I love this card. I played one of them, or maybe it was two, I can't remember, but this was like right like when Anaconda got banned. I was just trying to find something to throw in the deck because I had a game night literally that weekend, so I threw a couple of these guys in, and it's actually going to take battle damage or like card effect damage, right? Yeah, card effect. But it's cool just like to switch them out and stuff. Like if you didn't have to take the battle damage, that would be cool. Like it was just like the old Karibo where it's like, oh, your opponent attacks, you can discard them and then special summon, Magic Karibo. Souls has been reprinted like once, I think, just in the Legendary Duelist, like the reprints they had, because I remember this had the red, green, and blue rarity as well. So like, if this is in the deck, like that's kind of like a selling point, as well as like Illusion of Chaos too. Like this card's still sitting at like I think it's like $20 or something now. So like if this isn't a structure deck, this would be awesome because I have like a couple friends, they're like, oh, I want to get the Yu-Gi-Oh. I want to play Dark Magician because who doesn't know Dark Magician or Blue Eyes? And I'm just like like this one, this card, like they're like $20, and Dragoon's still sitting I think at $30 I think right now. This is at 27 or something the last time I checked, but like this this is a really expensive deck for the nostalgia or the poster boy, so it really sucks. But if they have one of these cats in here, like this is like the selling point. It's one of the best cards in the deck. Basically, you dump either level 6 or higher spellcaster monster, and then you can either special summon him to the field, or you can special summon Dark Magician from the graveyard. The one you just sent, basically. Special summon him, but like if you decide to special summon him, you can like pop your Magician Salvation, or if you have something else like if you have like an extra Dark Magical Circle in hand, you can like pop those and get some draws. So then it's a good extender. This was an amazing card back when Anaconda was not banned. I do miss my boy Anaconda. Magicians of Bond and Unity, like I don't expect this to be in there, but just it being the 25th anniversary, like I would assume Konami would try to pull a stunt like that and try to like praise this card and whatever. But like I think this card's absolute trash, and I don't think this is a card that's supposed to be played. It's like, to me, like this is like a prize winner kind of card. Like no one's ever gonna play this. Unless if like the grass is greener comes back, then this would be kind of relevant, I guess. Maybe. But that, yeah, if you have 25 more cards in your graveyard, you can special summon. And then if your opponent has 25, then he gains 20. Yeah, like this card's complete trash. Because I don't see this being in the deck, but like I said, 25th anniversary. Sorry, it's moving on, Chronicle Magician, and then I'm just going to throw in Chronicle Sorceress. Like, once again, same thing, 25th anniversary, they're going to toss this in there. Also, just because, like, you have your Blue Eyes structure deck coming out at the same time, and these both work with Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. So, like, this will definitely be in, well, I think it will definitely be in there. It's kind of like what they did, like the, what was it, the Slifer and the Obelisk, they had certain cards, and this, both decks, and then some of them didn't. Like one had Ra's Disciple, and then one didn't. But then like one had like the was like the Reactor Slime or something, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Maybe the Reactor Slime came out in like the Rage of Ra stuff. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass at this point. But anyway, I would assume like this would be in the deck, and this will probably be in the Blue Eyes deck as well, because they both work with it. I've never played, I don't think I even have, well, I think I have a Chronicle Magician, but like I've never really played any of these. There's not really viable in the deck, honestly. Maybe this one, you can actually one of these effects, lights, and one. Okay, so like this one dumps the stuff, so this is like the first time I'm actually even reading her, honestly. Like I've seen this one thrown out, this one's like but yeah, this one you get to dump them. So Mahad, just because it's a Dark Magician card. I don't play Mahad at all, but I know some people rather have Mahad. Like I know some people like use like Soul Servant and stack him, and then like they'll draw into them so they can special summon them and stuff like that. And then if you destroy, you get a Dark Magician, but his attack's doubled when you find a dark monster. So like, yeah, I just, he's a level 7, but I think they'll just toss him and you're just gonna use Mahad. Magician of Dark Illusion. This card absolutely sucks. He becomes Dark Magician on the field. Sorry, my throat's like really. He becomes Dark Magician on the field, but not in a graveyard. I mean, like, he's easy to kind of special summon, I guess, but other than that, like, he sucks. And it sucks, like, this is a retrain we got for Dark Magician. Like, Blue Eyes got an alternative dragon, and that's, like, pretty baller. You get to reveal Blue Eyes, you summon him, and then you can pop him. You can't attack, but you still get a pop. So, like, if something like that, like, would have been better, like, oh, you know, if you activate, or, like, if you can reveal a spell or trap or something, or even a Dark Magician, you know, you can special something. Like, if it was, like, the same thing, and then, like, you could pop a spell or trap or something. Like, if it was something like that would have just been better. Like, you know, back row removals, amazing. If this is supposed to be meta competitive, I would say they would toss in, like, some sort of hand trap, but I would say Ash Blossom. That's just, like, all around, like, the best hand trap that there is. So, I mean, you could toss in, like, Effect Veiler or something too, but I think, like, this is just the staple, and everyone runs, like, 3 Ash Blossoms anymore, like, in every deck. So, yeah, I think this one will probably definitely be in there. If this does get released into TCG, like, they might switch stuff out. I know OCG does that. Like, I forget which one it was. I want to say it was like Albaz, or maybe it was like Crystal Beast deck or whatever. Like, OCG, it came out and it had like Lightning Storm and stuff in there. And then, like, when it came out over here, I think they switched it with like Dark Ruler or something like that. It was like Spirit Charmers. I can't remember, but it was something like that. So hopefully they have Ash Blossom here for us, if it does get released. If they don't release it over here, they're just probably going to have, like, packs or something. It'll just, like, be, like, reprints or something. And then if they have any new cards. Magician's Robe, once again, this is just a Dark Magician card. It's probably going to be filler. Nobody's ever played this except for, like, people that make, like, anime decks or character decks or something like this. Like, I think I played this, like, right when it came out with the Dark Illusion stuff. I think I only played, like, 2 of these, but, like, yeah. I mean, like, special summoning from the deck's pretty cool, but no. Anyway, I don't think Magician of Black Chaos Max will be in there, just because of, I know the whole copyright with the artwork and stuff. I think that's, like, why they're not in Master Duel and stuff too, like Mana and stuff. Because I know people, like, play Mana instead of Dark Magician Girl or Mahad, which is good because, like, Mana's pretty decent actually. But I think that he won't be in here, but, like, if he is, you know, like, that would be awesome. Because I do like the ritual cards they have, like, they're pretty cool. Magician of Chaos, they might have Magician of Chaos in there just because you got secrets here, so it kind of works with this either way. They might, like, throw in Chaos Form as well. Who knows? But, like, I like this card. I've been watching, I think, Dodo and Friends. They always have all these, like, really kick-ass Ritual Dark Magician builds. I think right now, the last one I just saw, I think he posted, had the new Blackluster Ritual in there, which that card's, like, nuts. Like, if that's what Master of Chaos had, like, shuffling everything back into the deck would be, like, really cool. But, anyway, I think they'll toss one of these in here. Once again, I already kind of talked about this earlier, was, like, if this is indeed in the deck, like, this is the selling point. This card's still sitting at, like, $30 a pop. This is, like, just like Souls, this is one of the best cards they ever put out. It's a searcher. Reveal it, you have a Dark Magician card or monster that's not a ritual monster, put it in your hand, and then you get the stacks. Like, say if you're, like, drawing to Mahad on, like, your first turn, and then you have Illusion of Chaos, you can reveal Illusion of Chaos, grab, like, your Rod or your Magician Souls, and then you can put Mahad back. So then, like, next turn you can draw into them and then, you know, special summon them if you want. So, like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've never really summoned them. I think I've done it, like, here and there just because, like, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, he can, you can return the card to the hand and special summon Dark Magician from the graveyard. If you do that, you can negate the attack, or negate the activated effect. So, like, that's pretty cool. And bounce them back. But I don't think anyone's ever summoned him really for anything. He's good to fuse for Master of Chaos, though. I'll tell you that. I do like Master of Chaos. If they do go like with the ritual route, sorry, I'm getting a little stuffy here. They could add one prep just to search one of these guys if they really wanted to. Other than that, yeah, they're both level 7. I was just making sure. He's 8, so yeah, if they go the ritual build, they can definitely just toss in prep. I saw this card really sucks. Like Konami really effed it up whenever it said Dark Magician Monster. Like you could have just put target 1 Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and then like if that was possible, then like it's searchable, it's fine. We wouldn't need a good we wouldn't need a fusion or anything. Spell card like. This would be awesome. They really messed it up. They really screwed it up, though. It's not searchable. It's a brick. So, but once again, knowing Konami, they'd probably toss this in here. Dark Magic Attack. Like, I don't have an issue with this card at all. It's basically a Heart Piece Feather Duster. It's searchable with Souls, Soul Servant, Rod, and then you have your Eternal Soul. So, like, this is honestly a good side deck to toss in there. First card to put in the side deck. Now the whole Bonds package. So you got Bond between teacher and student, and then Dark Burning Magic. Like those are the only 2 cards like I played, and they were fun. Like it was good to side or something. So then like you can have. Like if you lost round 1, you could toss this in here and just like blow up their board and stuff. So like that was nice. And then once again, just it being like Dark Magician Girl, in the deck. Like I think that that's the whole route they've been trying to go here in the past couple of years. Like Magician Salvation, you got combination, switches them out with Magic Haribo, all that stuff. So like I would assume they were just tossing the Dark Magician Girl stuff in here too. Dark Magic Inheritance, like this card sucks. It doesn't make sense to banish 2 to, just add 1 card. Especially if you have like cards now like Soul Servant that can bring stuff back from the graveyard. And then like even Soul Servant's just even better because you can just banish that to draw. And if you have Dark Magician and Girl, and then if you want to go with the route with Mahad and Mana, you can draw 4. So like Souls is just better, honestly. But once again, it's a Dark Magician card. Same thing with Thousand Knives, and no one's played this since who knows. Like I don't think I've ever played this in my deck, honestly. But it's a Dark Magician card. Dark Magic expanded. Like this was good when it came out. Depending on how many spellcasters you have on the field. Dark spellcasters. It depends on like. Depends on like the effects you get. You get 1,000 attack, or your opponent can't activate card effects, and then it can't be affected by opponent card effects and stuff like that. So like this one was like good back in the day. Like even still like, maybe as like a 1 of, and I'm saying that like lightly. Like I still want to play it, but. Just as a form of protection if you have like your board set up and, you don't want something to happen if you don't have like your Eternal Soul or anything like that to protect your people or your cards. So, Soul Servant, I already talked about this just like a minute ago, but like this is one of the better cards in the deck anymore. Basically, you activate it, grab 1 Dark Magician card, stack it on top of the deck, and then depending on if you have Dark Magician on the field or graveyard, same thing with Girl, Mana, or Mahad, you can banish it and then draw for how many you have. So really, people just play 1 Dark Magician, 1 Girl, so they can draw 2. So like this is great. Like I said, if you're only playing 1 Eternal Soul or something that gets outed and you need it back, you can just bring that back up and then draw it. So. That's fine. Secrets is okay, and that's about it. I've never really used it for ritual summoning, honestly, unless if it's a ritual-based deck, but, like, other than that, like, once again, I don't summon Illusion of Chaos. It's a quick play, so, like, that has it going for it, so if you have, like, Timaeus and then Dark Magician on the field, you can attack with Dark Magician, attack with Timaeus, and then fuse them. I mean, like, I know you can fuse with Tamias prior, but like, since it's a quick play, then you can fuse into like Dragoon or Dragonite or something and then attack for game, because, you know, more life point damage essentially. Because like, I've done that like in Master Duel. I have like Dark Magician Girl both attack, and then I'll fuse them together and just do like 2800 more damage. Now, as I said, they're coming out with a Blue Eye structure deck, so like, I added these cards in here. These came out with the 2020 Megatins, I believe. It was this one, Destined Rivals, and what was it, Strength and Unity, I think it is, yeah. So like, just because like they work with each other on the whole level 7 or higher normal monsters, so I would assume they would toss this in, tribute one effect monster, then target one effect monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard, then special summon one level 7 or higher normal monster from deck or hand. You can activate one of these per turn. You can only attack with one monster, and the turn you activate this. So like, it's a free special summon, I guess, but like not, because you get a tribute effect monster, and then send one. Like this one just kind of doesn't make sense to me, but I'm sure they'll toss this in here just because it has Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. Like, that was the whole purpose of the 2020 Megatin. I think it was the 2020 Megatins, maybe 21. Next up is Piercing the Darkness. This card could have been pretty cool. It's not searchable, so that sucks. But once again, this works with the normal monsters. So Blue Eyes is a normal monster, Dark Magician's a more normal monster. So if you special summon or normal summon a non-token normal monster, you can draw a card, and then when attack is declared involving an opponent's monster, and a monster you control that is a level 5 or higher normal monster that was ritual summon using a normal monster, fusion summon, synchro summon, XT summon. So basically, if you use a normal monster for anything, you can gain attack equal to that opponent's monster. So that's kind of cool. It'd be cool if it had like the fusion wave motion thing where it could attack all your opponent's monsters too. But like, yeah, this isn't searchable. I mean, it has Dark Paladin in the artwork, so like, it should have been, personally. But yeah, I've never played this card. Dark Magical Circle, yeah, this card's, it was good when it came out, but like half the time you never hit. And it sucks. It's like, oh, look at the top 3 cards, add one Dark Magician or Spell or Trap. Like, if it would have said like Monster, or, you know, Monster that mentions Dark Magician or Spell or Trap that mentions Dark Magician, it would have been better. Because like, half the time you play and you don't get anything. Strength and Unity was the other one I was talking about. If you ritual or fusion summon using Blue Eyes like Dragon Dark Magician, target one card your opponent controls, or in your graveyard, banish it. Send this card face up from the field to the graveyard, and then target one level 7 or higher normal monster in graveyard, add it to the hand, or shuffle it back into the deck. So like, once again, just because it's Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, they're probably going to toss this in here. Magician Salvation. This card, the only reason people play it is basically because it sets Eternal Soul. I mean, like, it has the gimmicky effect when you summon Dark Magician, you can bring a girl from the graveyard or vice versa. And that's, like, okay for, like, link climbing and stuff like that, I guess. Or, like, if you just need your board filled up for whatever reason. But, like, honestly, I play this, and I get Eternal Soul, and then if I have Secret Village, I'll play Secret Village. Or I'll use this to pop for, like, draws off of souls or to summon Tamias, like. This card's only good just to get that, because the one that thins out the deck and it gets what you want right there. But other than that, this card kind of sucks. It could have been, I mean, like, it's fine, I guess, for what it is. Navigation, they'll just toss this because it's been in, like, every Dark Magician reprint since it came out. This was good back in the day as well. Activate it, special summon Dark Magician, and then you get the special summon level 7 or lower, from the deck. So like, I mean, like, on writing, like it's pretty good because you get a freebie, another Dark Magician, and if you want to go like the Xyz route, rank into like Ebon, or if you want to do like Big Eye or whatever, the Red Ice monster was a Black Flare Metal Dragon or something. Um, like then it's fine. It has a negation when it's in the graveyard. You can banish it into negate. So like, all in all, like I don't have a problem with this card. It's just too slow. So that's my only thing with this. Like it's not bad when you read it, but then it's just like actually playing it just kind of sucks. Once again, meta competitive. They have to throw like a nice trap in there. Either this one or like Goes and Match or something like that. What's the other one? Rivalry of the Warlords. Something like that, just to help out the deck. Like this deck struggles. Like I've been playing Dark Magician ever since I can, remember. Been my favorite card. So like we just need like a really good, really good trap card. So like Infinite Permanence would be great, honestly. Just to toss in there, like maybe like Judgments or something like that. I mean, like just something good for the deck. So I threw Destined Rivals in here just once again because it's the Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. This is basically a one-turn skill drain. I mean, I know I have skill drain right over here, but like if they don't toss skill drain into there, or like if it's there in this OCG or whatever, like this is a good substitute. Like it's only for one turn, so like it sucks for that, but like it's searchable too. So like there you go. So this could help out like in a pinch, I guess. But other than that, like no, I remember when skill drains were like super expensive. I had like 2 of these in the deck just because I only had one skill drain at the time, so I had a couple of these. But like, other than that, yeah, Eternal Soul once again, same thing with a circle. Like this has been a staple in the decks ever since it was printed. The whole thing where it blows everything up when it's destroyed sucks, but they made the same exact thing for Blue Eyes. It was True Light or the True Light, and it was like the same exact thing or something. I forget what the other effect was. The True Light? Is that what it's called? Or was it just True Light? Yeah. Set one spell or trap directly from your deck that specifically lists Blue Eyes. So like that's even better. That's even better because it gets any spell or trap. Yeah, but I mean it has the same thing. If it's a straight it blows up or whatever. So, but yeah. Next up is Skill Drain. I already talked about Skill Drain. This works wonders in the deck because Dark Magician is not an effect monster. So like you can have Skill Drain on the field and then like use your Circle and Eternal Soul and just like banish stuff and keep attacking and stuff like that. Like Skill Drain, Secret Village, and Dragoon like wins games like hands down. I went to locals a couple weeks ago and like every time I got Dragoon out, Secret Village, and if I had to throw Skill Drain down, like it was great. Cause like even with Skill Drain, Dragoon has it's a 3,000 beat stick anyway. I was playing against like Trap Tricks players and stuff, and they're all weak monsters when it comes down to it. They all utilize their effects and stuff to beef each other up, and use the send traps from deck to grave and stuff. So like Skill Drain's just amazing. But hopefully they toss this in there, make it more, accessible for other players. Magician's Combination. I like this card, but once again, and that's like how it is with like a bunch of Dark Magician cards. Like I like them just because they're Dark Magician cards and they're gimmicky is what I like about them. But then they just kind of suck. Once per turn when a card or effect's activated, accept damage, except tribute one Dark Magician or Girl. And then special summon one Dark Magician or Girl, depending on what you tribute from the hand or graveyard. If you get the activated effect, and then if it's destroyed, you get to pop something on the field. Like it'd be cool if it negated and then destroyed, like in case of like a field spell or like a continuous trap or something like that activated. Like that would be nice, but beggars can be choosers. Like it's fine for what it is. It, I've played it like once in a while, like when it first came out, just kind of gimmicky kind of stuff, but I opted out for, better cards. So like that's it for the main deck. Once again, this is just my opinion on everything. This will probably be out of here. Honestly, this will probably be out. Hopefully, they don't put 1,000 knives in there. I swear to God, they probably won't put prep in there. I doubt Imperm will be in there. So like when it comes down to it, like this might be like the bare minimum. Maybe Skill Drain won't even be in there. I'm just trying to look, knowing them, but like this might be like what we end up getting, and then like these might be filler stuff. This could be like Spellbook Engine, honestly, if they want to go that route. Like who knows? And if we do get new cards, like hopefully we get like a really legit like retrain of Dark Magician, like Dark Magician, the Ultimate Wizard or something, and then you can special summon them by, maybe it was like the same thing like with Tomias, pop out like a spellcaster or something to special summon them, or from grave or from deck or maybe not from deck, but like something like that would be like amazing. And then like you can discard a spell and maybe like a Dark Paladin effect, discard a spell or something to negate something. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. Extra deck, once again, just my opinion. Like you can toss in like Magicalized for this, but I think Quintet would be a pretty decent one, just a board wipe, because if they do have, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, it'd be nice to have this. This is like the counterpart for it. And then it's really satisfying when you summon them, and then you have the 5 different spellcaster names and blow up the board. You can't be kaiju'd, so like that's good. So you basically end the game or whatever, play this, and it blows everything up. And then if you already have like Dark Magician on the field or like Druid, like you're set. Like that's game right there. Blow everything up, attack, and you're good. So this would be nice to have in there. Meta competitive. Definitely Dragoon. I would be surprised if they don't put Dragoon in there. Like, who knows? Maybe they might put like a Red Eyes Fusion and a Red Eyes in here. Like, I would doubt that, but like even that would be even better for like competing with the meta. Because I run 3 Red Eyes Fusions. It's like that would be great. Like this card is nuts, and like if anyone that wants to start playing Dark Magician, like I think this is the card you need to have. So. Definitely, if this is in there, like, awesome. They'll toss in Dragon Knight just because he's been in every other one. He's your back row protection. Sexy's a dragon monster, but he is Dark Magician on the field and graveyard, so you can summon him. And then, like, he works with your, Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle. So when he's on the field, he protects your back row. Eternal Soul protects him. And then, like, if you do use him for a fusion for, like, Dragoon or whatever, you can bring him back with Eternal Soul anyway, because he's Dark Magician. Get that banish if you want. Master of Chaos, definitely. Like, I like this card a lot. I don't play him like a lot. Like, I think I've only played him here and there. Just if I have like secrets in my hand and I have Illusion of Chaos or something. Because it's cool because you fusion summon him, you get a lighter dark monster from the graveyard. So like if you do invest in the deck or whatever, if you play a Red Eyes and stuff, like I always bring my Red Eyes back. So then if I, have to, I can fuse Red Eyes if I like Tomias or whatever. Like, that's always fun. And then you contribute 1 lighter dark monster, banish all monsters your opponent controls. So like right there is good. So like basically you summon him and then you bring back like Dark Magician or something, get that banish if you want, that prior banish. And then you contribute the Dark Magician or Tomias or whoever, and then banish all monsters. So that's good. It doesn't do all cards, so like that kind of sucks. But hey, getting rid of monsters is fair as well. And then when it's destroyed or by battle card effect, you get to grab a spell from the graveyard, put it in the hand. So like that's pretty cool. So yeah. I hope this isn't in there, but like once again, it's Konami, and this is Dark Magician stuff. They would probably toss this in here. Um, this one just sucks, honestly. If this is special summon target any number of spells in the graveyard, then it shows and it gains 100 attack. And then when it's destroyed, you can grab a spellcaster. So like end game, I guess, if you have like all these in here, or like 5 or 6 of them, you can get them up to like 3,500 or something. But like I don't think that's really worth banishing all your stuff at, especially like if you have souls you can banish to draw and stuff like that. This is the newer one that came out, Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic. I really like this card, but it sucks with the claws and everything here. Okay, so first of all, it's a Dark Magician or level 7 or higher dragon or warrior monster, so like that's fine, that's great. You got piercing damage, which is also does burn damage, so, and that's any of your monsters. So like if you have your Dark Magician attack, your opponent's monster, and it destroys it, then they burn for that, and then it discard whatever. So that's good. Now the biggest thing is if this card is destroyed, you can special summon both one Dark Magician, one Dragon Champion from the deck, extra deck graveyard. So like that sucks because you have to have both of them. So like that's running a vanilla monster, which sucks in the extra deck, honestly. If it was like Dark Magician and one level 7 higher dragon and warrior monster from the deck, field, or graveyard, whatever, like that would have been better, honestly. So then you can just like bring out your Tamias or like Red Eyes or something like that. But I mean, like it's good. I like it. Dark Magician's just because Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician. This needs to be reprinted, I guess, as well. Something real cheaper. Like as hype as this card is, like it sucks. I mean, you just get a draw for things like it's kind of nice if you activate like Dark Magical Circle or something, or Soul Servant, and then like you stack your deck, and then you use the effect to draw, and then set. So like that's fine. Dark Cavalry does piercing damage, and then it gains 100 attack for every spell and trap in the graveyards, which is pretty decent. But then it has the negate, so like this one's not too shabby. It's not great, but not too shabby. Once again, I hope they don't throw this one in there as well, but just because it's Dark Magician Girl, they might. They might toss in the Ebon Illusion and Ebon High Magician. This one's the better one, I think. But they might just toss these in here because Blue Eyes has the Synchro monsters, so I would assume that they would have these. And then like I threw Dark in there because like Dark works so well with the deck, but I mean if they would throw in like Artemis and stuff like that, but I doubt they'd throw in all these. If I would say 5 of them, probably 1, 2, 3, and then maybe like 4, and then maybe like one of these or something. Like I really hope they don't bring Amulet Dragon or that. Like even if it was like, I mean they probably won't toss Dark in there. But even if it was like something like this, like I would be satisfied. Honestly, you got so many different options. You got so many different, and that's the whole thing with Dark Magician. He fuses with like basically any monster. Warrior, you got your dragons, you got spellcasters. It's like if they would have something like this, that would be awesome. So yeah, like so this is my opinion on the deck. Let me know what you guys think. If you think this is pretty solid. I mean, I I would change a lot of things, honestly. This is not really what I play. I don't think this is competitive in my opinion, but I think for what it is, like that's part of what Konami's going to roll with. If they do toss in like a new field spell or a new fusion or once again fusion spell or a retrain of something, like that would be awesome. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to try to do some more videos like this. But thanks for watching. Always a pleasure. Later.
Dark magic